Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, Hurricane Milton quickly approaches southern parts of the country, how Oswego will be affected.
And a spotlight on a campus garden. Find out when you'll be able to visit.
Plus, SUNY Oswego students protest sexual violence, how they made their statement.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Sana Zakari.
And I'm Jason Samsel.
Student Organization 2.5 is taking a stand against sexual violence on campus. The annual Walk of Shame began last night at 6 p.m. with students walking from the Murano Campus Center to the Oneida parking lot. The Peace Walk is used to represent victims of sexual assault nationwide.
Leading up to the event, 2.5 held a poster-making event, which took place yesterday. Those who attended the event recited chants and watched performances from several different organizations across campus.
Boca Chica, a film by Dominican director Gabriela Moses, was presented today by Modern Languages and Literatures in the Murano Campus Center. The film revolves around a 12-year-old girl and her experience around child sex trade in the Dominican Republic. The film was previously screened at the 2023 Tribeca Film Festival, where it won Best International Narrative Feature.
New York State Park Rangers are looking for seasonal employees for the 2025 season. Oswego Career Services held an informational panel earlier today with applications available. Responsibilities of the job include patrolling the park to protect patrons and park property. The job would also include working security and crowd control during concerts and fairs. SUNY Oswego and the State Park Rangers are asking that anyone who has a passion for the outdoors look into available positions.
The Department of Sustainability at Oswego is hosting open garden hours here on campus.
Emma Sneckner has ways students can interact with it.
Thanks, guys. On Friday morning, students can get involved in the Permaculture Lab starting October 11th. The Permaculture Lab is in between Shineman and Lee Hall. Each week, students can expect a variety of different tasks to be done. Some tasks students can expect to do are planting, weeding, and harvesting. With it being midterm season, this event can give you the space to learn a new skill and unwind. That is all for me tonight. Santa, Jason, back to you.
40 private universities across the United States are facing a lawsuit surrounding financial aid, including Syracuse University. The lawsuit claims that the universities overcharged tuition by including the finances of non-custodial parents in financial aid determinations. Two other upstate New York schools, the University of Rochester and Cornell University, are also involved. The lawsuit is seeking $5 million in monetary damages.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul signs a new package of gun safety bills into law. Some policies described in the package include mandating firearm dealers to post a sign anywhere weapons are sold, displayed, or delivered. Another law would require credit card companies to assign a unique tracking code to gun and ammunition dealers. This comes following recent studies indicating gun violence has dropped as much as 47% during Governor Hochul's administration.
We're a week into October and the temperature is getting colder.
Storm 10's Christopher Convis has a quick peek at our forecast.
Yes, so just 30 minutes ago, Hurricane Milton made landfall at Florida, more later in death. While up here we'll have a beautiful sunny fall break, but that won't last long as rain returns again with October temperatures beginning next week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, I know I'm looking forward to the nice weather to start off fall break.
Oh, I can only hope so. Yeah, definitely good news for any commuter students driving home this weekend.
An unsolved murder case in Virginia from only 3 decades ago has finally been solved. 51-year-old Stephen Smirk of Niskayuna pled guilty to first-degree murder in the death of Robin Lawrence last Friday. The case remained unsolved until advancements in technology used DNA evidence collected at the scene of the crime to create a rendering of what the suspect looked like. Police then linked the image back to Smirk, who confessed to the killing. He'll be sentenced in March.
A Turkish airline pilot dies mid-flight, forcing his co-pilot to make an emergency landing. On Wednesday morning, Flight 8JK, set to fly from Seattle to Istanbul, landed at John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York City. The 59-year-old pilot fainted during the flight and failed to respond effectively to medical intervention. Turkish Airlines sent out a statement announcing that their captain lost his life before landing.
Still ahead tonight, thousands of Florida gas stations without gas. How will that affect your wallet?
Plus, a new school opening in Texas, how they're paying respect to the victims of the Uvalde school shooting.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up with that one.
Broadcast
Look
news.
at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Good evening, Lakers. I'm meteorologist Christopher Convis with your full forecast. Currently right now it's 47 Oswego, cloudy conditions with a westward wind of 7 miles per hour. But I want to break into Hurricane Milton has just made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane with 115 miles per hour as it continues on at weekends as a Category 1, but it will be far off at Thursday at 2 p.m. Satellite radar shows right now as the rain earlier today has pushed out, which will bring beautiful weather the next few days. And if you're sticking around this fall break, you can probably have a cookout on the lake and everything. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all in the high 50s, low 60s. My pick, Friday at 66 degrees, calm winds than Thursday and Friday. But on Thursday, we're supposed to have a chance of the northern lights from Thursday night into Friday morning with a 70% chance. Futurecast, Thursday, tomorrow morning, little overcast as we head on until the night, clearing off a little bit. Friday, all clear, sunny skies, and with a chance of rain during the night with another beautiful day on Saturday. Tonight, 42, cloudy and breezy, and tomorrow, mostly sunny, 54 degrees. And as we look at our extended forecast, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all sunny, high 50s, low 60s. But rain continues Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, with the October temperatures returning back. The next few days look to be clearing up just as Florida is preparing for the second major hurricane in a month. Lee Witham has more on Hurricane Milton.
The time to and gone. Now officials are saying if you're still here in Tampa, you need to be hunkering down. The rain is unrelenting. We're already starting to see flooding in the streets. The conditions are deteriorating as Hurricane Milton treks towards Florida.
This is it, folks.
Hurricane Milton's outer bands are lashing the Florida Gulf Coast, and it only gets worse from here.
It'll keep picking up hour after hour. You will be on your own.
Other state officials echoing the same ominous tone.
When you figure it out, like, hey, I shouldn't be here. Hey, I need help, and help's not coming.
It's going to take us hours, if not days, to be able to come to you.
Final calls for preparations and evacuations switch midday to ones of try to stay alive.
Make sure you have a life preserver handy. Make sure that you have plenty of supplies with you because you may be stuck in your home.
Milton's winds are whipping up tornadoes with at least 2 spotted Wednesday in Hendry and Broward counties.
No matter where you are, you will experience the power of this storm.
Despite the catastrophic forecasts, some storm veterans are staying put on barrier islands.
If we were to lose a pylon and the house wasn't sturdy, that scares me the most.
But not scared enough to leave.
We certainly fear the storms and the hurricanes. We just choose to ride it out.
As the evening hours approach, the wait begins for what's on the other side.
FEMA is ready.
We have hundreds of state search and rescue personnel embedded in the potential impact sites.
Godspeed to all of us that are in the path of this storm.
All 4 bridges going over Tampa Bay are now closed. This storm is expected to bring anywhere from 8 to 12 feet of storm surge to this area. That's on top of 10 to 15 inches of rain here. It's going to be a catastrophic storm for the coast of Florida. In Tampa Bay, I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
As you can see here, yesterday there was a high chance of water spout potential. At around 11:30 yesterday, we were able to catch a water spout on campus. This one lasted about 15 minutes. Myself was able to capture it along with other meteorologists. We were on the 3rd floor of our science building, and just breathtaking. It was my first time seeing a water spout, and that's all for my full forecast. We'll have more on the hurricane's impact at the desk.
Nearly 2,000 gas stations in Florida are running out of fuel as residents prepare for Hurricane Milton. The demand for gas skyrocketed as people try to fuel up for evacuation. According to Gas Buddy, nearly 1 in 4 gas stations have been left without fuel statewide. 62% of gas stations are closed in Tampa and St. Petersburg. Despite the fuel shortage in Florida, Northeast gas prices have been left unaffected.
The Biden administration reveals a new plan that will give more Americans clean water. The new policy calls for lead pipes to be replaced within a decade. Lead poisoning can cause harm to the body's nervous system. The use of the pipes was banned in 1986, but officials say tens of millions of Americans have lead pipes in their homes, contaminating their water. The Environmental Protection Agency plans on investing $2.5 billion to replace these pipes over time.
A new elementary school in Uvalde, Texas pays tribute to the Robb Elementary School shooting in 2022. The name was discussed and approved on Tuesday evening, Legacy Elementary. The new school will pay tribute to the 21 students and teachers who were killed during the shooting. Legacy Elementary is under construction and will replace the old school, opening next academic year.
A Texas school is under fire after parents say teachers had been giving students sleeping aids during school hours. Students came home with a purple patch on their arm, a product meant for insomnia and better sleep. The school put 2 teachers on leave after the incident. The school's police department is investigating.
The FBI has arrested an Afghan national who officials say was plotting a terrorist attack in support of ISIS on Election Day. Agents arrested 27-year-old Nasir Ahmed Tawhidi in Oklahoma on Monday. Tawhidi purchased rifles and ammunition from an undercover law enforcement officer. He is currently in custody facing charges including conspiring and attempting to provide material in support of ISIS. When WTOP Nightly News continues, a new study shows your toothbrush contains hundreds of millions of viruses, how the viruses can keep you healthy.
Plus, a celebrity has made a large donation to support women's health, who she is and what she stands for.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Broadcast
Look
news.
at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Welcome back. In consumer news, Melinda French Gates has lost a new $250 million fund to improve women's mental and physical health. Action for Women's Health will help address the health inequities between men and women. French Gates previously said she decided to financially support reproductive freedoms after the Supreme Court's decision that lets states decide abortion rights. French Gates is one of the world's wealthiest and most prominent philanthropists.
Boar's Head is permanently closing its Jarrett, Virginia facility after a deadly bacteria outbreak. Jennifer Blake has more on how employees are managing the recent layoffs.
Everything that you got, and you just gonna work one day and they just tell you ain't got a job.
Going to work just to be let go at no fault of your own. That's what happened to more than 500 people, including Aaron Thomas.
It's the most heartbreaking thing for real, especially if you have a family and you actually taking care of your family. Losing your job is very devastating.
The deli meat plant permanently closed after a deadly nationwide listeria outbreak was linked to the facility. Now, the company is facing multiple lawsuits. It was the largest employer in Jarrett, a town with a population of about 600 people.
The hardest thing now is just trying to find a job.
But a job fair put on by the Job Assistance Center is giving those who were let go a chance for a new start. From 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, hundreds of people stopped by Virginia CareerWorks in hopes of finding a new career. Industries ranged from public school systems to retailers. The event's organizer tells me about half of the people who signed in at the job fair were former Boar's Head employees.
So it's just kind of all the way around for helping the businesses and the job seekers both.
The closure comes after the facility has been non-operational since July 1st.
A new study identifies more than 600 different viruses living on shower heads and toothbrushes. Many of the microbes on toothbrushes come from a mixture of the human mouth and the surrounding environment. On the shower heads, many originate from water sources. These viruses are not the kind that make you sick. They serve as the natural enemy of bacteria, evolving to hunt, attack, and eat a specific bacterial species. Viruses like these are being used in types of antibiotic drugs. Still to come, we have the final weather, sports, and more, so stay tuned.
Before we go, Jacob Coleman has a peek into the sports.
Thanks guys, Jacob here, and I'll be ready to bring you through a few sports this week after the break.
and it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades, as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
He's May 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen and can briefly
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like,
No.
what do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
Maybe it's 10:30.
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up with that one. Matthew.
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back, guys. Jacob here with a check-in on some local sports. We start with 2 local stories, with the first coming from a game that wrapped up just about 3 hours ago. The women's soccer team unfortunately took a loss today to SUNY Cortland, falling to a 3-0 loss on the road. In the Lakers' last game, they had put on a clinic, beating SUNY Morrisville 12-0. Unfortunately for Oswego, that offensive masterclass did not carry into today's game. Cortland outshot Oswego 14-9 in the match, which ultimately helped them secure the victory. Oswego fell to 6-5 on the season and will look to bounce back on the road versus SUNY Fredonia this Saturday. Moving on to the men's soccer game now, which also took place earlier today and ended roughly 2 hours ago. Both games were set to kick off at the same time, but the men got delayed due to weather. In the first half of the game, the scoreboard remained empty as shots were taken, but none went in. Quickly, however, in the second, the nets were lit up as Cortland put in 3 goals in just 18 minutes. Oswego would follow with a goal of their own on a penalty kick, which unfortunately there was no comeback and they would lose 3-1. The men will also look to make up their loss versus SUNY Fredonia this weekend. Into the national level now, history was made just 3 days ago as the first father-son duo to share the court ever became a reality. LeBron James and his son Bronny James played in the Los Angeles Lakers' second preseason game together to make it a historic night. LeBron led the Lakers in scoring and Bronny did not score, but they did share the court for a total of 13 minutes. The father-son duo looks to have a great season together and will have the Lakers fans very excited for what's to come. Moving on to the NFL news now, the Jets head coach Robert Saleh was fired this week after the loss to the Vikings in London on Sunday. A lot of drama has come out of this as multiple reports said the star quarterback and Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers had a role in his firing, in which Rodgers has actually since publicly denied. Other reports came out saying that Saleh was escorted out of the building by security. Saleh put out a statement today thanking the Jets organization for the opportunity he was given to be the head coach and thanking their fan base. And now for those of you who could not check out Monday Night Football this week, I'm here to bring you through the highlights. Coming into Kansas City for this week, the Chiefs fall on a 4-game win streak starting undefeated and the Saints falling off a 2-game losing streak. Derek Carr would fire under pressure, and this one is a high ball launched to Brian Cook, who would get the interception. We can get a quick replay here. What an amazing interception this is. One-handed, the body control, absolutely beautiful. Now to the Chiefs' first offensive drive. They would be in shotgun and Mahomes would snap it, handing it off to Kareem Hunt, who would power his way into the end zone to give the Chiefs a 7-0 lead. A big push from the big guy and a great reach from Kareem Hunt is what gets them in. Derek Carr and the Saints now would get the ball back down 10-0 and try to make something happen here on offense. Stepping back and quickly stepping back up, he would fire 50 yards down the field. Rashid Shaheed catches it in the end zone. It's a touchdown to get the Saints on the board. Going into the second half now, the Chiefs would kick 2 field goals to have a 16-7 lead. This one tipped Juju in the end zone, and it's Kalen Saunders, the big man, rumbling and bumbling and stumbling down the field to the 30 and down at the 35. What a return for the nose tackle of the Saints, making a name for himself in this one. To the fourth quarter we go now, still down 9. Derek Carr in play action, snaps, firing, looking right. His tight end, Foster Moreau, is wide open, and it's another touchdown for the New Orleans Saints to drop the Chiefs' lead to only 3. The Chiefs would get the ball back, however, and Travis Kelce would snap it from Wildcat, handing it off to rookie Xavier Worthy, who would get the 3-yard touchdown run. This would be the last touchdown of the night, and the Chiefs would kick another field goal and then walk out of Arrowhead with a 26-13 victory, pushing them to a 5-0 start on the 2024 NFL season as the Saints fall to 2-3. And I thank you guys for joining me here tonight. That's all for me. Stick around because we'll have some final news and sports for you after the break.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
American Girl Doll has teamed up with Rubies for adult Halloween costumes.
You could choose from original favorites: 1854's Frontier Girl Kirsten, 1904's Samantha, or 1944's Molly, 1934's Kit, 1986's Courtney, 1974's Julie, 1954 Mary Ellen, and 1964's Melody are also available.
Each costume includes recreations of the doll's full outfit. You can also get an American Girl doll box costume to complete the look.
Costumes are available at Target, Amazon, and costumes.com. And guys, I don't know if maybe we should go in on a package here, get one of those outfits, Halloween nightly.
Sure, why
Group
not?
costume, American Girl Dolls.
Yeah.
Anything new with sports?
Well, this week at the local level, like I mentioned earlier, you're really going to want to look forward to those SUNY-Fredonia matchups in soccer for the men and the women. They both took a loss to SUNY Cortland today, so they're going to want to bounce back and get a win that weekend. And at the national level, for me personally, big Dallas Cowboys fan, so I need the Cowboys to beat the Lions this Sunday.
And Chris, we have how the weather going to be looking this weekend?
Hey, we got beautiful 3 days of weather coming up, but don't forget about the Northern Lights tomorrow night.
All right, that's our report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for Oh Boy.
Thank you for watching.
Have a great night, everyone. Yeah.